Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the American Society of Animal Science, welcome to the Harlan Ritchie Symposium. We gather here to explore the latest issues in animal science and to honor a man who represents some of the field's greatest contributions. Harlan D. Ritchie was a legend in Michigan agriculture, a well-respected educator whose vision shaped the past 50 years in the U.S. livestock industry.
Dr. Ritchie grew up in northwest Iowa at Albert City, Iowa, and attended Iowa State University. Upon graduating from Iowa State, he accepted a position at Michigan State University in a graduate program in swine nutrition, but also as the coach of the university's livestock judging team.
I was fortunate enough to have Dr. Ritchie as one of my faculty mentors while I pursued my master's degree in animal science at Michigan State.
Harlan was a great evaluator, originally of just livestock, but he also developed the ability to evaluate people and also to evaluate research. Harlan was also a very outstanding communicator, and both verbal and written.
He was a unique individual. He actually very much was an iconic figure in the beef cattle industry.
During the course of Harlan's 47-year career at Michigan State University, he guided the beef industry's transformation in composition, size, and growth potential. He was also the author or co-author of hundreds of scientific or technical articles, extension and trade journal articles, as well as his ever-popular newsletter. His observations were widely sought. Harlan spoke at livestock programs in 38 states and at least 5 other countries.
He was considered a leader as far as type change in livestock judging, and that came about as in the 1960s. There were several new things coming in, one of which was USDA proposed yield grading standards, which had a great reduction on the amount of fat that we were producing on animals, which improved efficiency. He was a leader as far as selecting animals for growth, but when we got to the point of having animals that were too large to be functional, then he was willing to change his ideas and lead us in a new direction as far as selecting for more muscling, more moderate size, and more efficient animal production.
There probably wasn't any aspect of the beef cattle industry that Harlan wasn't extremely knowledgeable. Obviously his forte and his reputation was more in the purebred circles and cow-calf circles, but Harlan could talk about the consumer aspects, the meat quality aspects. He could talk about the feedlot aspects. There wasn't any aspect of the beef cattle industry that Harlan didn't touch.
The American Society of Animal Science recognized him for awards for his outstanding work in extension, his outstanding work in animal management, and his outstanding work in industry service.
Where Harlan's passion was the livestock industry, his gift was working with people. As a distinguished professor, livestock judge, or speaker, he knew how to communicate and to propel change for the better.
He also would tend to drop everything if you came into his office and needed to visit. He made you feel like you were the most important person in the world to him. He rarely told people no. Had to ask a few colleagues to help bail out and cover an assignment for him because he had overcommitted himself. But that was a strength rather than a weakness on his part.
Dr. Ritchie was also a people person. He was very well connected with lots of folks and spent a lot of time asking questions and delving into philosophical discussions with students.
And he was just a unique individual that was so highly respected in the cattle industry that you seldom ever put a conference on, no matter what the conference focused on, that you didn't try to get Harlan Ritchie to be part of it. And so he became really a national personality of the beef cattle industry.
In 1994, Ritchie was inducted into the Saddle and Sirloin Portrait Club, and today his legacy lives on in this symposium and among the countless individuals who were blessed by his influence, a student of the industry who set the example.
You know, you often wonder how somebody really ends up having a tremendous impact in the industry, and I think all of us as students of the industry and really students of working with Harlan, you kind of watch somebody as to why were they so successful. Part of it was obviously the fact that he was very intelligent, but it was also Harlan's personality. He was a type of individual that people really gravitated to.
He set a great example of how to conduct our life both on a professional as well as a personal basis. Dr. Ritchie was a strong believer in the livestock judging program and in judging teams in general in terms of the life skills and the opportunities that they taught students and provided for students.
Dr. Ritchie was a true leader and a pioneer, and he was a true friend and colleague.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Harlan Ritchie Beef Symposium.